Oh yeah. This Neko princess is about to talk to you about random shit. What's going on, guys and gals? My name is Neko Fluttershy, or you can call me Ashley. I actually kind of prefer that because I like the name Ashley. Anyways, welcome to a video. And today's video is about a Neko princess Femboy talking to you about whatever the fuck that comes to my mind, because I don't know. I don't plan ahead. I don't just yeah. But a little thing. This video may, for those of you that don't really want to hear about it or whatever, this video may contain topics of religion, LGBT, and things like that, and other things that some people may not want to hear. So if you don't really want to hear about that sort of thing, then just watch any of my other videos or just move on, do whatever. Because this video, I think, is also kind of an important thing for not only like me and what my thoughts are on certain things, but also for this channel to be a place where people can talk about whatever it is that they think. Basically, discussion pieces, more or less. Yeah, mew. So, yeah, if you don't want to hear about certain topics, then, that's whatever. And if anybody else wants to, stick around, that's great. But if there is a topic that I think some people might be on whatever the hinge about, I'm going to tell you, like, okay, if you don't want to hear about this or that, you can skip this part, or you can, just move on with your day and whatever. Because like I said, I've always thought this channel was something that should be not only a fun thing to kind of take people's minds off of the hard days that they may or may not have, or just be like, yeah, let's all have a good time, and also discussion pieces, because I've always felt like that's what my channel was. Like, oh, let's play this game and let's see what people think about this game or whatever. But yeah, so the first thing I want to talk about is like my thoughts on femboys. So yeah, now some people are probably, I kind of want to get this out here first before I actually talk about my thoughts on it. But some people are wondering, probably, maybe, I don't know. And if you're not wondering, well, I'm going to tell you anyway. Like, how did you become a femboy? How did you realize, or when did you realize that you're not like most guys, or, you're more feminine than other people? Well, to me, I've always kind of had, like, even as a kid, maybe around like 10 or so, I kind of had the idea that I wasn't normal, like what most guys should be. I would sometimes sneak into my mother Amy's room and like put on dresses and other things like that, nightgowns and whatnot, but that sort of thing. I actually still have some of them in my room because they fit me more than her. But anyways, and I'm like, yeah, I'm claiming these as my own now. They're mine now. But I never really thought about it. I'm like, oh, well, I'm just whatever. And at the time, I was kind of nervous because I didn't want anybody to really know that. Because I've always been taught that, oh, men don't wear dresses and skirts and nightgowns and that sort of thing. Men don't do that because it's wrong, or because it's not, it's not a manly thing to do, or it goes against, everything that as a society we've built up to. And looking back, all that's bullshit. It's stupid. Stupid ways of thinking, but you know, as a kid I was like, you know, maybe I'm not really normal, but I don't want to tell anybody about this because, you know, what if they don't care about me anymore? What if, like, my friends at school don't want to be my friends anymore? What if my family disowns me? Because I had heard about, at the time, people coming out as gay, and then their parents and grandparents, aunts, uncles, whatever, disowning them because, you know, and that was my fear, in a way, that I didn't want to be caught kind of wearing dresses and skirts and that sort of thing. I mean, nowadays, I don't give a fuck. I will proudly go outside and, you know, like, whenever I go out, a lot of times, like, if the weather is good, I'll put on a dress, I'll put on a skirt with my cat ears and tiara, maybe a collar, you know, collar with a bell on it to be more of a cat, you know, because I'm the Neko princess. I have to represent my kind with the respect of the Mew Mews, you know, the Nya Mews, the Nekos, the cats. Because for those of you that don't know, Neko means cat in Japanese, so yeah. Whenever I talk about being a Neko princess, just know I'm talking about being a cat princess. So, one of the... You know what? Fuck you all. You can all just... fuck off. Leave your pen, go out, explore the world. Just don't die. I don't care about the sheep, but the cats... I am the protector of all things pussy. I am the protector of the pussy. The pussy protector. This video is getting weird already. Fuck it, I don't care. This is how my channel is. It's unhinged. But yeah, like, as a kid, I was always kind of nervous and scared. But, you know, like I said, now I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'll gladly go out and wear dresses and skirts and be feminine because that's how I am. That's how I've come to terms with the fact that I am different than most guys, and that's a okay thing. That's a fine thing. You know, and before I continue on with this, if anybody out there is feeling like they can't be themselves around anybody, just know that you can talk to me. Because I'm not the kind of person to judge you. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care if you're, you know, black, white, Asian. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you're Hispanic, Middle Eastern, whatever. I don't care. Alright? I don't care if you're gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans. I don't care if you're a femboy or not. You know, if you want to talk to me about anything, you've always, you know, you're always welcome. You know, and because I know what it's like to feel out of place, and I know what it's like to feel kind of nervous or scared to come out as something that a lot of people, especially in this day and age, or even back then, a couple of years ago, would have torn me apart just mentally, and in some cases physically. I've actually been jumped before because of who I am. You know, some of the earlier days of me more or less coming out as a feminine guy, you know, a femboy, you know, I was jumped on the way to the library to go and upload a video, or, you know, to download things for new videos. And I got jumped, and they said, if you ever wear a dress around us again, you're dead. If you act feminine around us, you're dead. And a part of me was kind of scared, but at the same time, I'm like, if you got a problem with it, just leave. Because I'm not gonna stop. Because, like, at that point, and even now, I don't care if I die. You know, it sucks that I would have to die because people are selfish and ignorant and stupid, um, and believe that people like me should be killed because we're not real men by their definition. Um, you know, I'm like, hey, at least I'm dying in a way that I could be proud of. That is dying, you know, for being myself. I'd rather be myself than be anybody else. Like, my life sucks, and I hate my life. But, you know, like, I wouldn't trade the fact that I'm a femboy, that I like to wear dresses, skirts, cat ears, that sort of thing. Um, you know, I would never trade that for anything, because that's a part of who I am. That's a part of, like, my life now. And, you know, that's fine. I'm okay with anything like that, but it sucks that that would have to happen. But yeah, you know, I kind of always, you know, kind of going back to the topic um, of how I became one and how I knew I was different and whatever. Like, yeah, I knew I was different than most people, most guys, and I was like, you know, maybe I'm different. Then I saw, like, My Little Pony, and that kind of opened me up a little bit. And then, like, a couple years later, I found this YouTube channel by the name of, and I'm sure you've heard of him, and I love this guy. He's fucking awesome. He's like the god of all femboys. The goddess of all femboys? Femboy supremacy all the way. But his name on the internet is Finster. And when I started watching Finster, I'm like, oh my god, this is a guy acting feminine. Just like me. This guy is everything that I want to be. And so because of what Finster does, because of how he presents himself and how he, you know, does things, it's like, I want to be this. I want to be like him. And I actually felt more or less comfortable being myself at that point. So that's when I started kind of talking to people and being like, okay, a hypothetical scenario here, just a hypothetical question. What would you think if I told you right now that I'm a femboy, that I like to wear dresses and skirts and that sort of thing? Let's hypothetically. I'm not saying that's what I am, but I'm just saying, like, if I was this way. Because at the time, I still, like, I was becoming more confident, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, I want to at least make sure I'm making the right decision to, you know, change who I am and what people think of me. And a lot of people were like, yeah, go for it. You know, if you like to wear dresses and skirts, and if that's what you really want to do, hell yeah. You know, the world needs more people like you who are, you know, accepting and, you know, open to being themselves and not just being put into a box that, you know, this is what you have to be, this is what you need to be, otherwise you're doing it wrong, otherwise you're the wrong person, you deserve to die, whatever. And, you know, that kind of felt good that a lot of people were on my side. And then I later came out and I said, yeah, I'm a femboy. You know, I came out and said, yes, I am, you know, a femboy. I like to be feminine. I like to wear dresses and skirts and cat ears and that sort of thing. And, you know, I'm proud of that. Like, if I can die and be proud of one thing as I'm dying or as I'm already dead, I can be proud of the fact that I'm a femboy. That I can say with the utmost right here, right now, I am who I am. I am who I want to be. you know, like, body-wise, I wish I was a lot better, like, I looked a lot better. Because I hate how I look. I've always had a problem with how I looked, even as a kid. Like, and as I got older, I'm like, okay, I'm really hating how I look. But as I grew up, I also started to hate how I sounded. And I still do. Like, I have a problem with, like, the way I look and how I sound. Like, I hate that. Every time I even go back to look at my videos, like a video I would have made, like, a couple days ago or a week or so ago, I hear my voice, I'm like, just shut the fuck up, alright? So, I can relate to people that say they hate my voice, because truth be told, I hate it too. And I know there's not a whole lot I can do. I can train it. I can train my voice to sound more masculine or whatever. And if I really wanted to, I could try to sound a certain way. Because I noticed that if I start talking a whole lot, like I'm doing in this video, I'm kind of starting to notice it now, my throat gets a little bit more raspy and kind of darkened in a way. So my voice gets a little lower in a way. And it kind of sounds like this, you know, in a way. And I kind of like that a little bit, but it's not like, oh, I fucking love this. This is what I want to be. This is what my voice should be all the time. Like, no. But at the same time, I'm also kind of trying to train my voice to be more feminine. And there are days whenever I at people, whenever I mew at people, or just start talking about Ani-chan, senpai, ooh woo, yeah, mew. Like, I actually had someone tell me the other day, it's like, yeah, you sound almost like a female, you know, with that last ooh woo that you did. And I'm like, damn, I'm doing good if I can get people to think I'm feminine. Because I've always kind of liked the idea of fucking with people on, like, Facebook. Because I'm getting a whole lot of these, like, scammers and spammers and that sort of thing. So if I could just fuck with them for a little bit and make them think I'm a lot more feminine, and then later on down the line just be like, oh, by the way, I'm a guy. And just watch them freak the fuck out. Be like, oh no. I sent a dick pic to a guy. Because that's what I've been getting. I've actually been getting a whole lot of dick pics. I don't like that. And people say, oh, well, that's the territory you get. You know, that's the kind of shit that you get for being a femboy, for acting and looking more feminine. Yeah, but I was getting those when I wasn't being... I was getting that shit. Like, grown-ass men in fucking Nigeria or India or whatever, you know, those kind of areas, sending dick pics to a 15-year-old. Yeah, because when I started using Facebook, I was like, I don't know, 14, 15, around that time. And that was when I was starting to get dick pics from grown-ass men in that area. And I'm like, you do realize I'm 15, right? Well... they just kept sending dick pics. And I'm like, damn. They really don't give a fuck. But anyways, you know, yeah. Now, what was I going to talk about next? Oh yeah. Kind of like going along with the whole femboy thing. Like, some people that disagreed with it, that hate the idea of me being feminine and whatever, they're like, oh, well, you're going to hell because of this. Religion forbids you to do this. And I'm like, fuck religion. Alright, let's be real here. Like, I don't care if you believe in religion or not. Like, I'm cool with you as long as you're cool with me at this point. As it should be. But, like, I personally don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in Satan, heaven, hell, anything like that. I don't believe in any sort of religion, personally. So that doesn't mean anything to me by saying to me, oh, well, you know, you're gonna go to hell for wearing dresses because you're a guy and guys don't do that. I'm like, who cares? I mean, if hell does exist, give me a fucking shotgun. I'll be the Doomslayer. I will go. Did you? Who's having sex? Are you having sex? Are you? Who's fucking who? Are you fucking the cat? Stop fucking the cat. Were you fucking a cat? Stop it. That's my kind. And you do not disrespect my kind like that. Fuck off. Anyways, with that kind of out of the way, with villagers fucking cats, for some reason, or I don't know, I'm just losing my mind here at this point. This video is getting weird, and that's fine, because that's how my videos normally are. But I'm like, damn, like, what the fuck? Telling me I'm gonna go to hell just for being myself? I mean, you know, like I said, I don't believe in religion, I don't believe in God or anything like that, but I will sometimes, or a lot of times, tell people, okay, well, didn't God himself say that he made all matter of man equal, or in his own image? That means he made me this way, right? So if you're gonna blame somebody for acting or looking feminine, or, you know, wearing dresses, but, you know, they're not supposed to because they're guys, or whatever bullshit you want to go with, blame him, you know? And what I think is hilarious is when all this bullshit kind of started with the, you know, drag shows being, or trying to be banned or whatever in, like, Tennessee and other places. Like, they made this argument, oh, well, you know, trans people and drag queens and whatever should not be around children because it's all every single bit of it is sexual. Even, like, you know, having a drag queen at a school reading to children is a bad thing because and I'm like, shut the fuck up, alright? You don't know what you're talking about half the time. And you really expect me to care, right? I mean, I'd rather have a fucking, you know, drag queen read to my child, if I ever had one. I mean, I never will, because I hate children. I don't like the idea of having something like that, because I don't think I'd be a good parent. Anyways, but it's like, I'd rather have my child read a book, or whatever, from someone that is, you know, a drag queen, or trans, or a trans drag queen, or whatever. You know, I'd rather have them have story time with someone like that than, you know, whatever. Because that's teaching children, hey, there's more than just this group of people. You know, there's also drag queens. There's also, you know, Femboy. Also this. And a lot of people, they're like, oh, but... And this kind of goes along with what I was talking about. They're thinking like, oh, femboys are bad because they're all horny, sexual bastards and they're after our children. No. Like I said before, I hate children. I don't like them. Get them the fuck away from me. Like, if they're teens, like, mostly teenage people that play a lot of video games, I'm fine with that because I feel like teenagers are a lot, like... a lot less high maintenance than your average toddler. Like, you know, you just give a teenager fucking video games or whatever it is that they're into and they are set for life. I mean, shit, even now you give me video games. I'm a fucking 23-and-a-half-year-old cat girl who just nyas and mews at everything. But you give me video games, I'm hooked for life. I'm set. I don't need anything else, maybe except like Hot Pockets and pizza. Hot Pocket pizza. That sounds good. Really good. But you see what I was talking about earlier, how low my voice can get? Like, shit, after talking for a while, my voice kind of gets a little bit lower and lower if I'm actually attempting to do it. But damn, like, I could probably get it a little bit lower than that, but holy fuck. Hey, baby. You wanna come to my place and we have sex? I'll bring the sex toys. You bring your body. I don't know. Did I turn you on? No. Well, that's probably a good thing, because I am not really good at like, trying to flirt or be sexual. And kind of going along with that, in a way, is, like, this is not really a definitive thing. I'm not really entirely sure myself. But recently, I think I might be bisexual. And, you know what, I'm gonna say it. Like, some guys are hot. Like, really hot. And have you seen some of the femboys like Finster? Ooh, I'd hit that. Wee. But yeah, like, I like women, right? Like, I prefer women. Like, if I was gonna date somebody, or if I was gonna fuck somebody, if I was gonna marry somebody, it would be a woman. It would be a really hot girl, or any sort of girl that I find to be, like, smart, attractive, whatever. Really, potentially good in bed when it comes to, like, bondage and BDSM and whatnot, but, which I actually have a video, kind of little side topic on BDSM. I actually have a video that I just made a couple days ago where it was me doing the BDSM test to see really how kinky I am and how, like what would classify me, like, as a person when it comes to the world of BDSM and kinkiness and whatever. So look forward to that whenever that comes out. I don't know. I'm gonna have to fucking rely on a day when my computer actually runs well when it comes to internet. Cause, like, some days my download speed gets to around 700 to 800 kilobytes per second, which for my computer is really good. Cause I bought this computer on, like, Amazon for like $100, and it's a Dell Optiplex, whatever. It wasn't designed for internet, really. It wasn't designed for gaming or anything like that. So the specs aren't that good. It's just like a standard office computer that you would use for your house or office or whatever. And it was a really outdated one, still using Windows 7, if that. I mean, it doesn't make a fucking difference what operating system. Windows 7, 8, 10, 11, who cares? It still doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Too much. But, yeah. So, I made the video, and now I just gotta wait for it to upload on a... Well, I gotta wait for it on a day that my computer is actually being good. But yeah, because most of the time, I can't even open the YouTube webpage, so I can't even upload the damn video. And whenever I do, it sometimes slows down everything that I'm doing. Like on my PS4 or Xbox One or Switch. I'm like, damn, I can't do anything on this thing while the video is trying to upload. It's like I'm stuck in the dial-up days or something. But we got like Suddenlink. And yes, I'm calling them Suddenlink even though they go by like, what was it, like Optimum or whatever the fuck. I'm calling them Suddenlink because I've always known them as such, and I like the name Suddenlink better than Optimum. So, there's that. But, yeah. Anyways, so that video will come out whenever it comes out. It's already made, I've already made it, I just gotta upload it. And that's it. But anyways, yeah. So, yeah. What was I talking about again? I know I was talking about, like, femboys and whatnot, but, oh yeah, bisexuality. So I think I might be, like, bisexual. Because while I do love and prefer women, you can't deny that some of the guys are kind of hot. Like Finster. Finster. Nah, I'm gonna be respectful. He's already got Ashley, so. Which is kind of weird because, like, I prefer to go by Ashley as well. Like, my birth and also legal name is William, but I prefer the name Ashley. I like the name Ashley a lot better than, my birth name. And also, I feel like the name William is kind of a bad thing in a way, kind of a curse. Think about it. You're over here playing like Five Nights at Freddy's, right? And you find out that the guy's name is William Afton. Well, there's one evil William in video games. Oh, but let's go back to Resident Evil 2. Alright? And the guy's name, William Birkin. Oh no. You sensing a pattern here? All the guys named William are fucking assholes and evil. And then, from what I heard, the name of the guy in Cold War Zombies, Dr. Peck, I think they said his first name is actually William, so William Peck. And I'm like, oh fuck, another name that is my name that's an evil person. I do not like this. I mean, it's cool to be associated with, like, have my name associated with, like, some of the most memorable, iconic characters from certain video game franchises. Well, I don't know really how, like, iconic Peck is, because, like, when most people think Call of Duty, they think Soap, or they think of, like, Captain Price. Zombies, I think Tank Dempsey and Takio, Richtofen, and Nikolai. And even some of the people from like Black Ops 2, like Misty and Rustman and Stillinger and the other one. Yeah, Robin from not Batman. Robin from Teen Titans. That guy. Fuck. The nerdy one. Yeah, that one. Fuck, I forgot his name, okay? Shut up. I hadn't played Black Ops 2 in a while, so. Yeah, I mean, I did play, like, Tag der Toten the other day on Black Ops 4. But that doesn't mean I remember the name. I only played it for, like 2 hours or so, or whatever. I was trying to get some of the rewards from daily completion of tasks. Basically, reserve cases. But yeah, like, that's what you think of when you think COD. You don't think, oh, this one guy that happens to be evil in Cold War from the Omega group. I think it's Omega. Is it Omega? I just played fucking Cold War the other day and I already forgot. God damn it. What's wrong with me? What the fuck is... Like, I can't even remember... Like, I'm going crazy, aren't I? This is the start of losing your mind, folks. Anyways, but yeah, like, I started to realize, oh god, my birth name is associated with a bunch of crazy people. Afton, Birkin, Peck, and I'm sure there's more characters in video gaming, or maybe even like anime or something like that have my first name, like my birth name, and also legal. I'd like to get changed to Ashley, like legally, but I don't think I have that kind of money. I don't know how much it would cost to legally change the name, but I don't have that kind of money anyway, so yeah. But I would like to get it changed, legally. But also, like, I like the name Ashley a lot better, and also the fact that 2 characters right off the bat I can think of, just right now, have the name Ashley, and I'm like, damn, That's a really good name. You have Ash from Pokemon, which in some episodes he... Hold on. My ear started itching, like the inside of my ear started itching, so I had to scratch it. Or rub it. Or whatever you do with a whole ear that you ear hole and scratch and itch and deppa. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Fuck you. I'm going crazy. But you know, Ash from Pokemon, there were some episodes, even like in like the one of the most notorious ones was in the first, where Ash was going into the one of the gyms, but couldn't because he was a guy, and I think part of it was also because he made fun of women and their makeup and perfume and whatever. So Team Rocket, being the way that Team Rocket is, decided, well, that's another reason I wanted to be more feminine, is because of Ash, but also James from Team Rocket. Because goddamn, have you seen James? Like, damn. He looks good in a fucking dress, let me tell you what. Whoo-wee! But anyways, kind of sidetracked there. But, you know, Team Rocket doing what Team Rocket does, has a plan, and basically just makes Ash more or less feminine. You know, give him a dress, makeup, shoes that would be more typically feminine, and whatever, you know, wig. And he went by the name Ashley. And I'm like, okay, that's a good start. I like that name, and it does fit Ash pretty well. Side note, I think Ash in a dress is kind of hot. Calm the fuck down, he's probably in his 30s by now. If you want to believe... I mean, people are like, oh, but, like, Ash never ages. He's been, like, 10 years old for the past 20 or so years. According to the show, yeah, but... then again, he's in a fucking coma. And yes, I do believe in the coma theory. Alright? So, mute. Nah, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, like, I did like the fact, like, Ash's design in that episode was really good. And then there were some other ones in some other regions. I didn't really see the full episode. I only saw, like, the parts where Ash was cross-dressing. For whatever reason. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And also, Ash looks really good in a maid outfit. And I got jealous of him. I'm still jealous. Because I don't have one of those. So, yeah. Fuck you, Ash. Alright? You have a maid outfit, or at least you wore one. I never have. I don't even have the money to buy one. I'd love to be a Neko maid. And just, yeah, people while doing other cat things. But anyways, going back to what I was talking about earlier, about Ashley's and whatever. The other character I was talking about right off the bat would be Ashley Graham from Resident Evil 4. And I'm like, damn. She's got, as Luis would say, equipped... Basically, the president has equipped his daughter with ballistics, too. Yeah. Yeah, she's got a little bit of ballistics on her. The big bahungas. The big... Oh, fuck, what was that meme? The one that was, Oh, okay, I have this plot for an anime. There's this girl that walks in, and she's got huge boobs. I mean, huge badonkers. Huge megala bonker honkeros, or whatever. Like, that's the kind of... I don't know, it just got progressively longer and longer and longer and more ridiculous, but absolutely was just hilarious. But yeah, like, I liked Ashley's design in RE4, and even in the remake, she looks fine as fuck. Hoo-wee! Damn, I kind of like her design in the remake better than the original, and I love the original design. But the remake, I mean, at first when I saw her in the remake, I'm like, you know, when the trailers came out and the leaks and the screenshots of her came out, I'm like, I mean, I love Leon's design. Leon looks badass as usual. But I'm not really sure about Ashley, though. Like, I loved her design in the original, but I'm not sure how I feel about the remake design. But the more I saw it, the more I got used to it, the more I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. But when I started playing the game, I'm like, fuck yes. I love it. I also can't wait to play the DLC, the Separate Ways. I heard that they added some new characters to Mercenaries. Like, from some people, I heard they may have added Wesker and Ada and all that, which is pretty cool if they did, because hey, I've already, you know, been obsessed with like the Mercenaries in like RE4, and RE6. I'm gonna skip 5 because 5 wasn't that good, honestly. I think 5 is like the bastard child of the Resident Evil franchise. People are like, oh, but 6 was bad. Not to me, it wasn't. 6 was like my all-time favorite. And RE4 being my really close second as to why I love Resident Evil. And also, like, my list of Resident Evil games. It goes, okay, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake, well, no, Resident Evil 2 Remake, then Village, then RE3 Remake, then 7, and then, like, the original 3, 2, and 1, and somewhere in there is, like, if we're talking about the base games, and not, like, the spin-offs, like Resident Evil Revelations, or Resident Evil The Umbrella Chronicles, or Darkside Chronicles. But, like, if we're talking mainline games, I'm gonna put 5 at the very bottom, because I don't know, I thought that they were trying too hard to make it like 4, based on the success of that game. And they're like, oh, you know what? We need to make a game that's like Resident Evil 4, control-wise, but also different, and needs to star Chris Redfield, because we haven't seen Chris in a while. And this new character, Sheva. And I'm like, okay, that's a good idea, that's a good concept. I mean, I beat the game, but only by cheating, using, like, infinite health, infinite ammo, and infinite money, because I wasn't about to play the game normally, because I didn't really care much for it. I kind of forced myself to play 5, even with the cheats on my PS4. So I had played the PS4 version. I started with the PS3 version, and then I said, you know what? I don't really like this game too much. It's not Resident Evil to me. I mean, just because it has more or less infected zombies or whatever, and, you know, a character that people love, you know, Chris Redfield. Like, the only good thing I can say about the game, well, 2 things. 1, the boulder punching scene that everybody loves. And I love it too. Alright, I love when Chris gets to punch a boulder. Because that is just some of the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen in, like, Resident Evil. And any game, really. And I've played some games that were purposefully ridiculous, like, you know, Goat Simulator. That game was meant to be ridiculous. But also Wesker. Albert Wesker. He made that game, I would say, much more enjoyable than, like, if he wasn't in it. If Wesker wasn't in it, or wasn't the villain in that particular game, we didn't get to fight him, whatever, I would be like, okay, this game is even worse, because, like, Wesker had a good backstory. You know, learning a lot about him in the original game, and learning a tad bit, maybe just a little, I don't know, Wesker, how much he was brought up in, Zero, because I didn't really play a whole lot of Zero, nor do I care to. Pretty much the games that are at the very bottom, like 0 and 5, I am in no hurry to actually do videos on them or play them. Because, I mean, they're fine games, they're okay, but they're just not what I care about. I'm more likely to play Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4 Remake, and 6. Also, the 2 Remake, because the game itself did really well, better than the original, and some of the mods that are in that game. I currently have 2 mods enabled on the PS4 version, because I have a jailbroken PS4, so I can at least use mods in that game because of exploits and jailbreaks and whatnot on my PS4. The regular PS4, sadly, I can't. But the jailbroken PS4, I have basically a modded game where Leon is wearing a maid outfit and cat ears. Yes, I shit you not. Leon fucking Kennedy with cat ears and a maid outfit. Easily the best mods out there, and I'm glad they also brought that mod back, or at least tried to remake that mod for RE4 Remake. Like, you've already got the cat ears, right, in the game. So imagine just the maid outfit for Leon. Yes. Automatically. Like, I go between that mod and the Noir / Lady Blackheart mod that turns Leon into Blackheart from Hyperdimension Neptunia. Which, for those of you that don't know, Hyperdimension Neptunia is basically a RPG series with a bunch of cute girls in it, anime girls, that do things. And by things, I mean lead nations and attack monsters and, you know, your typical RPG sort of thing. But yeah, basically I turn Leon into her. I'm still waiting for a proper modification that turns Leon or Ashley into Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. What? What? Someone when did they join? Who joined? What? Hold on. Is there any chat logs? Peachy Nova left the... That didn't even say they came in! What the fuck? Okay. Were they, like, trying to come in and then was like... Oh! Okay! They joined the game now. I am confused. I'm just gonna hit him with the old howdy Nia. There you go. This is what I do in Minecraft whenever I play with people. I just hit them with some Nias and Mews. But yeah, like, some of the mods are really cool in Resident Evil. And I really hope that Resident Evil 4 Remake, like, when the game was even in more or less the demo stage, even the beta demo stage, there was already mods for that. Like, right off the bat, there were mods, and that was great. When the Mercenaries came out, they automatically had, like, mods for Ada and Wesker with complete movesets that would match them, more or less, with their original, from what I've seen, their original RE4 counterparts. And yeah, so that's pretty cool. But with the Separate Ways DLC and more characters being added potentially into the Mercenaries, I hope that adds more mods, because that's awesome. And I'm sure I can get mods to work a hell of a lot better on PC, even just like character skins. Mew! Human. Human. Mew. Mew. I'm just gonna tell her I'm making a video. God damn it, Peachy Nova. How dare you come in? No, I'm just fucking around. If you're watching this video, you're awesome. You're cool. You're great. You're fantastic. And now my Xbox One controller is just it's turned on, and my console isn't even on. It's probably updating, by the way, because I don't know. Like I feel like the Xbox One X is obsessed with updating because, yeah, within like there are times within like 1 week of me, like, you know, Sunday until the next Sunday, there's like 2 or 3 updates on my Xbox One X, and I'm like, really? What the? Even Sony doesn't update the PS4 that much. What the fuck are you updating? That, like, what are you fucking up? Or what are you trying to fuck up? Because you know Microsoft's up to something with all these updates, and, you know, it's like, yeah, we're gonna do something, we're gonna fuck this up, we're gonna fuck that up. And I'm like, if you're fucking up anything to Xbox One X, like Xbox Live, which I'm also on, I'm like, just don't. I like it the way it is now. And, you know, kind of speaking of video games, well, I'll get into this a little bit in, like, the next Neko Femboy Princess thing. I don't even know what the fuck I am anymore. Talks about random shit. I'm probably going to talk about more about, like, video games. Like, this video was more or less about, like, femboys and, like, I don't know, just random shit. But that's what you get on my channel. It's just a bunch of random shit. Like, you don't know what I'm going to do next. You don't know if I'm going to be playing a Minecraft video and talking strictly about Minecraft, or if I'm going to be playing a Minecraft video and talking about femboys and explosive diarrhea. Which I know I was not talking about that, but you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to talk about it anyway. Explosive diarrhea. It's like 3:48 in the fucking morning. I haven't had much sleep. So yeah. He's like, what the fuck? Oh, people! What this? What's wrong? What the fuck is wrong with you? But yeah, I'll see you all in the next video, whatever I decide to do. Yeah. Mew. Yeah, peace out, people, and a bro hoof. I'm actually probably gonna make a video, like, after this one. Like, shortly after this one. So if you see another upload, like, later on, or even today, like, right, a couple minutes or so after this one, I don't know. I'm losing my mind at this point. I don't even know what I'm doing, but, yeah, I'm gonna do another video today, or tomorrow, or something. I'll upload it whenever I upload it, alright? It's kind of like the original Cyberpunk 2077, you know, trailer or whatever. It's like, yeah, this game will be made when it's ready. You know, it'll be ready when it's ready. Oh. Just. Oof. It happens. But yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people, and bro. Also, yeah, we could start a party.